Let's 1, 2, 3, go.
This is Ngobise Ngakaka. Welcome to Law Show with Mike.
Perfect.
I love to sing that. Come on, I love to sing that.
And then I was like, there's no way that 4 people are out.
I love to sing that. Billy.
Okay, I was off gallivanting around the Cape of Good Hope this morning. That was my tour guide. He let us call him Kelvin, but I asked him to use his real name. He was a lot of fun, but not quite as much fun as Judge Fleischer, who's coming in hot on Monday morning.
Ready? I'm ready. Guys, let's roll, nerds. Come on.
I'm ready, my guy, Brian Martinez.
Please.
Brian Martinez.
I love to sing that.
Good morning, Johan.
Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. He said Brian Martinez?
Yes, Judge. Page 18. Sure, say yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail because of the high blow. So you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Wait a second, Brian or Ramiro?
Brian Martinez.
Oh, I see that you also have a Ramiro Martinez.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so fun.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On August 12th, 2024, at a little bit after midnight, officers were dispatched to a Jack in the Box regarding a verbal disturbance. They conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle matching the description on the call, as well as for the vehicle failing to maintain a single lane with a vehicle following the suspect vehicle and another vehicle to its right. So he's failing to maintain a single lane while there's other vehicles around. The defendant was
You
ID'd.
said there was another reason. What was the other one?
The Jack in the Box called in regarding a disturbance at the drive-thru.
Got it.
The driver was identified as the defendant. Officers noticed the third speech, red, watery, bloodshot eyes, poor balance, and an odor of alcohol in his breath. He advised that he was leaving the Jack in the Box due to a disagreement and that he had been drinking and smoking earlier. They conducted the standard field sobriety tests, 6 of 6 for the HGN, 3 of 8 for the walk and turn, 1 of 4 for the one leg stand. Officers are at the DIC. Defendant consented to breath. Levels were 0.235 and 0.239. And then defendant also had a prior DWI arrest out of Tarrant County from 2019. I don't know that we couldn't determine the disposition of that case.
Is this an open case, Mr. Martinez?
Oh, thank you.
It's still open, Judge.
It's still open.
Yes, this is the first.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to find that there is probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now not to drive at all. Do you understand? I'm also now giving you a curfew. You are not allowed to be out past 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. And I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not out and about. You have an open DWI and now you've picked up another DWI. I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you also on your other ankle so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. One false move, I will deem you a public danger, make your bond $150,000, and I don't care who's kicking and screaming, crying. My only concern is public safety, and you now have 2 open DWIs. I will do everything in my power to protect the public. Do you understand? If you drive, I will have a contempt hearing.
It's the same script, but God bless him, he mixes it up. He mixes it up so it's fresh every time. It's really pretty good.
You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time your happy-go-lucky butt gets into a car and drives.
What time do you need to?
Rachel. Hi. So
Okay, Article
on one ankle, he gets a GPS monitor with a curfew. On the other one, he gets a scram, waive the fees. Okay. We need to do guardian interlock paperwork. I'm ordering. You're not allowed to.
He currently resides, he lives in Fort Worth. He does not live here, so I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna affect GPS or the scram. The scram is probably not gonna affect
His
it.
GPS works nationwide.
Okay.
So
Sure.
it doesn't matter where he is. You must abide by the curfew. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're doing. The worst possible thing you can do in this life, Mr. Martinez, is get into our car and drive. And I will know because I can triangulate the scram device with your GPS monitor to see if you are in a car. And I'll tell you now, you get into a car and drive for any reason. I don't care. You cannot justify if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. You cannot get into a car and drive, and you will be guaranteed a substantial amount of jail if you drive. Do you understand? Today.
I'm not sure how it works in terms of getting those devices, whether they're immediately available or not.
Well,
Okay.
we're going to send him down now for he can get everything. They'll have it available. Mr. Martinez, heed my warning. Do not use alcohol. Do not use any dope. You understand? You will not get any more warnings from me. Are you a citizen of the United States? Are you in this country with or without permission? What happens if you go to jail?
I can get immigration.
What?
I can get immigration, pick me up.
You will sit in custody because immigration will put a detainer on you. Your butt will be in jail for the next 6 to 9 months, waiting for immigration to deport you. That's what happens if you go to jail. Any more than 4 hours, they sweep the jail. Every 6 to 12 hours, they sweep the jail looking for people who are in there that are undocumented. And when they find them, they put a detainer on you. And you get stuck in custody until this case is over with. And then once this case is over with, you get shipped to immigration. And then, do you think anything fast happens in immigration? It takes about 9 months just to resolve a hearing in immigration court. And you sit in jail that entire time. You best be on your best behavior. Otherwise, I'm going to light you up. You understand? Right. Come on up. We'll have you sign all these documents.
Keep in mind, this is his first case of the week. It's Monday morning, first case up. He just came rolling in, loaded for bear.
Marcos, we'll waive his appearance.
Appreciate
But
that.
just
Thank
keep a watchful eye. There's no more ones. Please.
And how many days does he have?
Today. Yeah.
So Judge, if he has the scram, does he also need the?
Yep. I'm going to put it on his car. I'm going to pay for everything for him. So he's not going to be out. But, people still drive regardless. And that's my fear. The only reason I'm putting the scram on him now is because he has 2 open DWIs. So I want to make sure he's not drinking. It's really no harm, no foul because I'm paying for everything. So he has nothing to lose, just time.
You're ready for the next one, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Ms. Williams on page 28, come on up.
Oh, already to 28.
Oh, this is fun too. This is fun.
It's okay. I'm okay with that. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Williams. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On August 11th, 2024, at approximately 4:30 in the morning, officers were dispatched to a traffic hazard call. On scene, they observed the defendant's vehicle had struck a tow truck. The flatbed of the tow truck had partially severed the roof of her car. The tow truck driver indicated that he did not hear her brake.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you say that the tow truck took off the roof of her car?
Yes, Your Honor, like Jane Mansfield.
Took off the roof?
It partially severed it, yes, Your Honor.
Lucky she wasn't decapitated.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant was in the driver's seat. She was unconscious. Officers,
Holy moly.
the defendant was breathing and she had a strong odor of alcohol in her breath. There was an open bottle of Patron tequila with 2 shot glasses in the car. The defendant and her front passenger were taken to Memorial Hermann Hospital. A search warrant was drawn and blood was taken.
So they took blood.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have the results of that blood? I'd like to know what, if anything else was in there, in the system.
Not yet, Your Honor. This happened on the 11th.
Miss Williams, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You're lucky to be alive, ma'am. Do you have a Texas driver license? You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not gonna drive. I don't care if Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. You drive, you'll be facing an additional 6 months every single time you drive, because I will have a contempt of court hearing, 6 months every single time you drive. Do you understand? If you want to drive, go get a license and liability insurance, and then we can talk. But until that point, unless I know that you have an eligible license in the DPS system,
Your Honor, it's eligible.
she's telling me she doesn't have one.
She's eligible.
Okay, then not until you get an actual license and liability insurance. Do you understand? Go get those 2, come back to me, show me that you have both, and then I'll allow you to drive. But until that point, do not drive. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using anything, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. How old are you, Miss Williams? What do you do for a living?
Construction.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. If you like your license, I would get on it quick because there's a lot of timing requirements where if you wait too long, you might subject yourself to losing your license. I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will then get you to Billy. After you sign a reset with Billy, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. Be careful, ma'am. Don't use. Okay, come on. They can't give you legal advice. Man. You need to talk to a lawyer. Okay? All right. Who's next?
Your Honor, right now, the only other arraignment I have is a Spanish speaker waiting for Roberto to get here.
Okay.
So we'll start moving on to our second appearances.
Yep.
First one will be Bruno on page 4.
BJ Bruno, come up. Mr. Bruno, do you have a lawyer today? What are you doing about that? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different priors, all of them culminating from not too long ago. How many court-appointed lawyers have you had on each of those cases? Right. It's now time for you to man up and get a lawyer. Do you understand? What are you doing for a living? Okay, it's time. We're going to research your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Your case is now 45 days old. It's getting old. We will give you another 30 days. Did you talk to anyone before you came here about this type of case and how much? Okay. You need a lawyer. When you go out to hire a lawyer, it's much like buying a car. Don't go to a Ferrari. Don't go to a Cadillac dealership if you don't have that kind of money. You go to a Toyota, you go to a Honda. It's the same thing with lawyers. Don't call someone that's going to charge you $50,000 like the Dick DeGarens. Do you understand? Not only that, but you can, I want you to listen. You can negotiate with lawyers. 99% of them will put you on a payment plan where pay a couple $100s a month, they will represent you. Don't take them at first blush. You can negotiate with them like anything in life. Do you understand? All right, get on it.
All right, that's where I have to leave it. I'm just short on time. I'm sure the rest of that call was fantastic. I needed some quick material, and Judge Fleischer did not disappoint. He started strong. He just rolled in guns blazing. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. All right, thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. I will see you all soon.